Hello. Good to see you. Hello. Did you have a good walk? I did, actually. Yes, I did go for a walk. Why? Come on now. I did, thank you. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Ah, there we go. Hello. Ow. Oh, why are you like this? Yes, I did go have a walk. I did go have a walk. Ah! See? Buzz is nice. Buzz is nice. Yes, I went for a walk, and then I came back and Spook got up. Oh Jesus, that one went flying. The ball yeeted that box. Off it went. But yes, I went for a walk and then I got back like a minute before Spook got back home, and then I made lunch and I sat and ate it for like 15 minutes, and now I'm here. Somehow going for a walk and the process of getting ready to go for a walk took nearly an hour. Right. Fingers crossed that nothing dies, because this is the first time I've done this. Launch substance. I'm also having pudding. Big question, did you fill out the form? What do you think? What do you think? Do you think I managed to fill out the form? Of course not. I knew I wouldn't. Though, to be fair, it wasn't because I forgot. I literally did not have time. Because, as I said, somehow the process of getting ready for and going out for a walk, because I have to lock up the house and stuff, and then the walk itself took an hour. Spook got home, and then I had to make lunch, and then I had to eat lunch, and then that was it. And somehow, that was it. But anyway, I knew I wouldn't. Necessity will make me do it. Necessity will make me do it, even if I do it at like 1 AM tonight. Because it needs to be done tomorrow, so it'll get done. Hello. Right, let's come over here. It is here. They did a Nintendo Direct while you were gone. I was aware. While I was able... I've sat and watched, like, the first 10 minutes of it while I ate. So I am aware of the Monster Hunter news. But I haven't watched the rest of it. I mean, to be fair... What if... Because I need to go do file hunting. Hang on. Oh, they've actually timestamped everything. That is glorious. They've timestamped everything. Right. Grounded. If you've ever seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, they made that into a video game. I won't be playing it because there is a spider in the game. And it is massive because you've been shrunk. Ender Magnolia. Looks almost, Hollow Knight-esque. Looks Hollow Knight-esque, but with people rather than bugs. A ranger, this looks like a cute little puzzle. I can't really explain it, so here you go.
Everything moves when you move. Solve puzzles by venturing out into the wilderness.
Cute puzzle game.
Helping out the townsfolk. And taking down monsters in handcraft.
That's on the list of games that the anti-spider thing is more horrifying than the spider. Oof. Yeah, it doesn't help that in the trailer there's literally like, oh hey, here's a garden spider launching at your screen. And I was like, cool, way to make me not play your game. I almost thought this would be a spook game, but it's real-time and not turn-based, and I don't know how Spook will feel about that, but it's a tactics RPG, standard stuff. This is the thing I already know about. Monster Stories 1 is being ported to the Switch. I have played Monster Stories 1, I had it when it first came out on the 3DS. But go figure, in typical me fashion, I actually didn't finish it. So, like, it's not high on my list of things to do, but it has potential of if it's going to be on the Switch, but it's really not a high priority for me considering that I have to finish the Pokemon DLC, Breath of the Wild. I have to start Tears of the Kingdom that I got for Christmas. We're now over halfway through February and I haven't started that because I haven't finished Breath of the Wild. So this is not a priority, but it is neat. If anybody didn't play it, I would recommend it. It was good. Had some nice, unique things in it. And of course you get to ride around on monsters like... Yeah. All of these. Rajang can be one of your partners, and you get to see concept art, which is neat. That wasn't in the base game. So that's fun. And, yeah. Epic Mickey is being ported to the Switch. Never played that one, but I heard it was actually surprisingly good, so dunno. New Shin Megami Tensei game, can't comment. Star Wars Battlefront is being ported, both 1 and 2. It's being ported to the Switch, again, can't comment. There's a South Park game. Okay. There's a Sword Art Online game. Alright. There's a Gundam game. Again, that's fine. If you like these things, fine. This is where I got up to.
Let's get down to monkey business.
Played that shit on the GameCube,
The newest entry in the Super Monkey Ball series rolls onto Nintendo Switch.
I just noticed the artist song. He was at Donuts event. I did notice that Whispers was there. Whispers just launched a new album.
Using the new spin dash move, you can blast over obstacles and
while that runs, I am going to locate a file.
Have a ball with friends and family in 4-player.
Where did I put it?
And up to 16 players can battle online as they tilt their way to be the top banana.
Oh, tilt controls!
Grab the falling bananas in Banana Hunt. Team up to take down robots in Robot Smash and more.
Avatars.
Get ready to roll.
NOVABEAST. That's where it is. Okay. Oops.
Dash and party in one appealing adventure. When Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch June 25th. Pre-orders begin.
So, you know,
today
if you're a Super
on
Monkey fan,
Nintendo
you've got a
eShop.
new game. This is just one of those things where it's like, if you're a fan
Get
of the
ready
series,
for a
go for it.
good time.
World of Goo. Oh yeah, they announced that
It's
a while
sorta
ago.
liquid,
Maybe we
sorta
have a date
solid.
now.
It's goo. Stretch it, shape it, and use it to build strategic
Yeah, World of Goo
structures.
has a sequel.
In this physics-based puzzler, you can build towers, bridges, and even whatever this is. Your goal is to guide as much goo as possible into a vast global pipe distribution network. But where do the pipes lead?
Oh
Certainly
yeah, let's
nowhere
relocate
sinister.
this. Hang on.
Put your imagination to the test.
New
As you build,
folder.
splash,
Nova.
explode, destroy, fly, and roll your goo to the goal. You'll encounter different types of goo balls with unique properties, including explosive goo, jelly goo, and more. Plus, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version, you can build with up to 3 buds in local co-op play. World
What
of
is
Goo
that? That's
2
upsetting.
launches as a
What was
console
that?
exclusive on Nintendo Switch May 23rd.
That was weird. Right, let's copy
Build a
this
life
substance file into
transcending
this
time.
folder. Copy you to there, so I've still got the
Craft
original
your
saved.
story 1,000 years in the making in a brand new fantasy life game. This once thriving island in the seas
Is
of
Fantasy Life the
Bavaria
one that people
now
said they
stands
liked?
deserted.
Or was it Tamagotchi Life that people
Travel
liked?
to the island's past to gather resources, then use them to restore the island in the present.
NOVABEAST version.
You'll
is
start
it?
out by assuming one of many different roles called lives. Why not become a miner to collect ore?
Failed to open?
How about a magician to take down monsters? Or even a carpenter to
Why?
craft furniture?
Do I need to re-download
You
it?
can swap between these lives and many more as you rebuild the island. As you travel through time, you'll gradually uncover truths about your new island home. Additionally, up to 4 players can journey together online. Invite friends to the island
Where's my
and
NOVABEAST?
set off to discover the secrets that lie in
library.
store. This life is yours to
NOVABEAST.
live in. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals
Substance
time,
file.
launching on
Download.
Nintendo Switch October 10th. It's time to hunt for, trash?
The world these days is dark and mean.
Blue's turned her stream into the Zoomer TikTok with dual vids. Yeah, it is.
Need I remind you all how
Time for
threatening
crab.
the ocean is outside this reef?
Time for crab!
Scour the depths of a polluted undersea world in this Souls-like adventure.
The Souls-like crab
Recently
game!
had my shell taken away.
If you can go get that treasure there, John, I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
Protect yourself with whatever you can find, from cans to cardboard, during your hunt to reclaim your prized shell.
It would appear the hunt is on, I say.
I've been working my butt off trying to get my old life back.
But you'll run into a few crabby
What the hell?
predators along the way.
What is this?
Perhaps we can work out a deal, little hermit.
That treasure's as good as mine.
Use over 60 ability-granting shells and harness powerful umami magic to
Umami
take on enemies
magic!
in frenetic deep-sea combat. What other threats lie in the ocean depths? As they say, one crab's trash is
Jesus.
another crab's treasure. Launching on Nintendo Switch April 25th.
Why does that look kinda good?
These Nintendo Switch games will have you dashing, dropping, and drilling. Join Penny and Yo-Yo in a brand new 3D platforming adventure from the team that brought you Sonic Mania.
Oh,
Dash, swing, ride, and master the cosmic string in over 40 levels across 11 vibrant worlds, all while outrunning a massive penguin army and a colorful cast of bosses.
that looks fun.
Feast on power-ups to activate transformations. Help out the denizens during your acrobatic escapades. And put your tricks to the test in a time attack mode. Hope you're ready to yo, because
NOVABEAST.
Penny's Big Breakaway launches on Nintendo Switch today.
That looks kind of fun. Oh, it's already out. Fair enough.
Local 2-player battles are coming as paid
Uh-oh.
DLC to the fruit
It's
matching
the fruit
phenomenon,
game.
Suika game. Choose from 3 modes: original, time limit, and attack. Aim for a higher score than your opponent in original mode. Make split-second decisions against the clock in time limit mode. and overwhelm your opponent with bunches of fruit in attack mode. Plus, online multiplayer will be added to the
there it is.
DLC in the future.
Huzzard.
Get battling when this paid DLC for Suika game drops onto Nintendo Switch today. A bundle of the game and DLC is also available today.
The one Pod played a lot. Everyone played it a lot. Everyone played that a lot.
Gear up for some thrilling drilling in the 2D action platformer Pepper Grinder.
Wow, she drilled through that thing.
Burrow through terrain. Pulverize enemies in your way. And ride on gnarly vehicles to recover your missing fortune. Pepper Grinder
this actually
drills
looks
its way
sick.
onto Nintendo Switch
That's a cool
March
mechanic.
28th. A demo will be available today on Nintendo eShop. Giddy up for a fusion of solitaire and horse racing in this remastered version of Pocket Card Jockey. Take cards to create a sequence of numbers and build up power during a race.
That sure is a game to
Check
pick
the
to
positions of
remaster.
other horses, spend power to move around the course, and grab special cards to gain the upper hoof. Win events to get new horses, then breed them
Jeez.
to race the next
Guys are
generation of
farting.
ideal steeds.
Are you
can
eating
even
too much
race online
cheese?
against other players. It's off to the races in Pocket Card Jockey Ride On, launching on Nintendo Switch today.
Moomins! There's a Moomin game? Cute. Lahin? Is this just games that are, like, that we don't have any voiceover for? Just shoving them in at the end? Why does that look like a Curls game? Just off visuals alone.
That almost wraps up this Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. But before we go, we have 2 more announcements to share. First, please take a look at this.
Fence is good, I have it on Steam. Oh, Curls may already own it on Steam then. Alright, what's this? Coming to Nintendo Switch Online. GameCube! GameCube, please! Don't think it is. No, it's not GameCube. Aww. Snake Rattle and Roll. RC Pro-Am. Battletoads! I know people like Battletoads. Killer Instinct on the Switch! Blast Corps.
These games are available today.
Oh, neat.
You can play
Still
them
not
with an active
GameCube, though.
Nintendo Switch Online or Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion
I
pack
feel like
membership.
Killer Instinct is the big one for people there. I know people like Killer Instinct.
Next is our last announcement. Please take a look.
Give me the GameCube! Give me the GameCube! Is this Dave the Diver? Oh, or is it the other one? Is this a Boozer? Is that what it was called? Oh, Endless Ocean. Luminous. You have to play Dave the Diver, it's so good. I actually don't know anything about it.
Is yours to explore in an all-new Endless Ocean game. Welcome to the
Babe.
Veiled
Oh
Sea,
no.
a location known to very few people.
Why do I feel like I played an Endless Ocean game on the PlayStation, but I didn't understand what I was supposed to do?
Offering new things to discover.
It turns out you're not
Up to
really supposed to
30 players
do
online
anything. You're
can
just supposed to go
plunge
swim.
into the ocean's depths together. Share your discoveries with other divers. And exchange a friendly greeting while freely exploring
posing.
the vast ocean.
Oh, wow. That's a big shark. That's a whale. That's
There
a whale.
are over 500 different species of marine life to encounter. Some of them are creatures thought to be
Those are
extinct,
dinosaurs. I was like, Allocaris.
others
What?
may be mythical.
You know what? I would probably enjoy playing this, actually. Ooh,
What
bones.
will you find on your undersea journey?
I would probably
Endless
enjoy
Ocean
this.
Luminous launches
Monster
on
Hunter,
May
but sightseeing.
2nd.
Yeah!
Pre-orders
May
begin
2nd.
today
Ooh.
on Nintendo eShop.
May, you say?
We hope you're looking
Nice.
forward to exploring the vast ocean on
There you
Nintendo
go.
Switch. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase.
It's silly, silly
you for
anime montages, memes, and sushi bars and fishing. Sounds like my kind of thing, actually. Lack of a better term, it's Pokemon Snap but fish. I really like Pokemon Snap. I can't believe that that's actually one of the game. That might actually be the game that I'm most interested in, because I have already played the Monster Hunter game. Again, I never finished it, and it was a while ago, so it's one of those things where, like, I don't know, in a year's time, if I had the expendable income, maybe I'd pick it up and be like, oh, let's play it on stream. Please at least watch the trailer.
Meet Dave, an interesting little human with a precarious love for the sea. He spends his days diving the chilling depths of a mysterious blue hole. And when he isn't merely surviving or rummaging resources, he's often found snapping photographs, racing
Cool.
seahorses, farming, and really anything that grabs his attention. It's this
What?
gluttonous appetite for adventure that gets him into all kinds of unique situations.
the fuck?
Luckily, he's at the top of his game and at the top of the food chain. Oh, well, I suppose even the most voracious hunters have their off days. The sun sets as the vibrant lights of a sushi bar gleam over the ocean. Dave, still hard at work, is faced with the most ravenous of species. Patrons! And while cooking, serving, and pouring drinks aren't the most treacherous part of his job, they're unequivocally crucial to his survival. The Blue Hole is home to unimaginable secrets. And with Dave's unquenchable thirst for discovery, there's no telling what he may encounter. Dive in and guide Dave through the dangerously dark depths of the daunting deep sea. Dave the Diver.
There's so much happening in this game. What the hell? Oop. There's so much happening. Wow, okay. How much is that game? Not a lot. There's a game just called Dave.
Meet Dave, an interesting little human with a...
Winner of the Steam Awards Sit Back and Relax Award. Huh. Could try it on my Steam library thingy if you want. Oh, that's very kind of you. Neat. I'm surprised Nerin doesn't already have a game like this. It's like Paleo Pines and Stardew Valley. Oh no. If I finish Paleo Pines, we could make this our new backup game, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how long we have left in Paleo Pines because there is quote-unquote a main story. I know that in games like this you kind of can just keep going if you want, but there is a main story to Paleo Pines, which is finding the Parasaurolophus. And now that we've unlocked the last zone, I feel like we are making potentially progress towards that. So maybe this could be our new thing. Sure, we'll put it on the wish list. Sure. What even is on my wish list these days? James Wonder Song, Monster Crown, Chance Noita. Some more goes on here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on here I need to remove. I mean, I can remove this. Because I basically play it through Curls' library. Anyway, Chance of Sinai. Yes, that's on my wish list. That's a good one. We'll play it at some point. Let's move this over here. Anyway, that was a nice interlude. Now we're gonna do some work for a bit. I'm sorry, I opened up Twitch so that I could open up my dashboard because I accidentally closed the dashboard. And what I am met with is Captain Sackjarrow. Excuse me. Okay. Thanks, Twitch. I just wanted to open up my dashboard. There we go. Dashboard received. Thank you, everyone. That's Rob Raven. I love his stream. Oh, fair enough. What is that emo? He's having a seizure. Right. Anyway. This is the first time that I've done a texture on stream. Hopefully the stream is fine with that, but it seems to... I've been able to stream Blender before, so that's okay. Right. Look at these teeth! Look at those chompers! Right, so the NOVABEAST is flat coloured. And I tend to put a little bit of shading in it. Oh, they got some shading on the tail. And on the mane. But otherwise it's quite flat coloured. So I'm probably going to be putting some shading in. And I normally do that because with Blue, as you can imagine, being mostly one colour, if she doesn't have any shading, she kind of just looks like nothing. Yeah. Bald! 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 So, we are going to, first of all, we're going to save as NOVABEAST. And this is going to be Blue Sky. NOVABEAST. And I want to open up my Clip Studio because this has Blue's palette just saved down here. I need to delete some of these because some of these I don't use anymore, but this is technically Blue's palette down here in this corner. So I'm just going to move that over there. And we're going to mess around with the fill layers because that is very useful. It will save us half the work. Right. Let's have a look at these fill layers then. Details. Beans base. And then we go here. Base color. And we're just going to grab you and pick this color. What?
My eyes.
The most monotone. My eyes. Look, we've already got pink beans. We already got pink beans. Isn't that sick? Alright, claws. Blue's claws are black. Tongue, mouth, cheek, I'm happy to leave all of those the same. I love the Yoda scream so much. Right, markings can turn off. Tips, turn off. Sleeves. There's the base. So this, we are going to change to blue's base color, and then I'm going to put in some of our shading. So that's not quite what I'm after, but that's close, so I might use that as a base. Because blue doesn't have hard edges on her marking, she's all gradient. So I think that's going to be what I use as the secondary colour. Because that doesn't really meet any of my requirements. So that layer I'm going to delete. Remove layer. Sleeves also isn't going to serve any purpose for me. So I'm going to remove that layer as well. What free app would you recommend for digital artwork? Free? I actually don't remember if Clip Studio has a free version. Clip Studio does have a free version. This is what I draw in. I draw in Clip Studio. Apparently there's a free version. It's a 3-month free version, fair enough. 3-month free version. Yeah, this is what I use to draw. And I bought it because they have a perpetual license. Not a subscription, a perpetual license. That my version is technically like the old version. There is a version that you can have if you would prefer. But yeah, I got a one-time license for the original, not number 2, technically. This came out quite recently, and I've not really bothered because the version I have works fine. So yeah. 12-month license, single payment. Yeah, it looks like they don't support it for the old one anymore because obviously they want to phase it out. They want people to use the new one. So this is the new one. But yeah, I'm not using version 2.0 or apparently version 3. I'm using the old one, which it looks like they're phasing out. But it served me well. Yeah, it says right here at the top, which I don't think you can see too well, but it says there Clip Studio Paint Pro. So I'm using the old one, which is this, which they only have single license, and EX. EX is for animating, so you probably don't really need that. And yeah, so they don't really do it anymore. But yeah. So don't know what the massive differences are. I actually have not paid attention to it in the slightest, but you can give it a try for 3 months apparently. Yeah, Clip Studio is what I use. There are other ones. I believe Critter might be free. Is Critter free? Yeah, Critter is free. I've heard people use Critter. Can't vouch for it personally, not used it. But I know some people use Critter. Critter is completely free. So yeah. I like how there's painted shading on other areas of the NOVABEAST, but there isn't any on the body itself. That's interesting. Ear. Ear inside. That needs to be a different colour. What? How those are the eyebrows. Eyebrows I will change. Just because the NOVABEAST actually has modelled eyebrows. That's the dark tone that I use for blue. Darker tone, I should say. Rounds had an update today, so there might be some fixing with the mods. That's fine, we're not planning on playing Rounds this week. We're playing the Kings and Queens game. So that's fine, but thanks for letting me know. Nakey. I might change those to be pink as well, actually, because blue has a pink nose. Details, nose. Let's make you pink as well. Blue has a little pink nose. What layer is that on? Oh, it's going to be under eyes, isn't it? Separate eye material. Yes, there we go. Separate eye material. Oh, music. This is the handy thing about having the substance painter file, is the start is very easy because a lot of artists tend to use these fill layers for this reason of you can just change the colour and it changes the whole thing. And then I will come in and do my change. Eyelash. That's part of the eyelash layer, huh? That's interesting. I guess that's being left there then. That's an actual modelled part of the model. I look like all you need. Right, I was gonna remove that because it's a modelled part of the model. I don't think I am. I'm tentatively gonna open up Unity and pray that things don't break because I need to check something. The stream may crash. Take my time, babe. Brace for crash. Fall in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need. Because the eyelashes are modelled, I basically am double checking if there's a blend shape for feminine eyelashes before I go to the effort of painting them in the texture, because I actually don't know. There might be a blend shape for it, I don't know. And a NOVABEAST. Gesture manager. Customize. Naked. Naked. Look at the detail of the physics on the collar. Look at that detail. Remove the collar, remove the goggles. Tail size, I mean, maximum. Nice palette swap effect, good lord. Okay, doesn't look like there is blush, toes, tail, ear, claw, goggles down. Okay. Let me just double check on the mesh itself. Blend shapes, face. Hide. Oh, there's a hide eyelid mark option. Okay. Excellent. So I'll be using that. Okay, what I'm gonna do is duplicate you. NOVABEAST original. And hide you. Wait, editor. Did they not save a prefab of this? Because I'll save a prefab myself. It looks like they didn't. Okay. Let's grab you. Grab you. And just drag you in here. Create variant prefab. Okay, NOVABEAST, and we're gonna NOVABEAST blue sky. And this is gonna be the start of my NOVABEAST. Snoot! Yes. So my NOVABEAST will hide that. Hey everyone. Everything died. Oh, even the face tracker broke. I didn't realize the face tracker had broken. Yeah, Unity shat itself. That was Unity. Substance is still here. Yeah, Unity was unhappy. Unity was very unhappy. F this. It's like, hey, do you want to fill in this bug report? And then it's just like 500 different things. Just like, ugh, fuck, I can't be arsed. Yeah, Unity was the one that's unhappy. Apparently I should try not to use Unity while I stream. I like that Meat froze like this. That's very funny. Meat. I mean, this isn't going to be any better, but... Okay, we're back. Ah. Cool. Don't open Unity on stream, because it'll shit itself, apparently. Ah, I love the stream dropping. It does great for my analytics. I was gonna look something up and I completely forgot. Okay, never mind. I don't think... So I don't know why, but I thought I'd seen a thing that was like, oh, here's some like feminine eyes that you can use. I don't think there is. Okay, so I didn't really get a chance to look, but I don't think there was a blend shape on that. I wonder if Unity's the one that's unhappy. Let's try opening Blender in before the stream crashes again. General. Delete. In before the chat is filled with Julia. Import. Hello, Hope. Hi. The stream crashed. Desktop. Unity projects. I have so many projects. Fuck me. NOVABEAST. Assets. Import. Where are your blend shapes? Hide eye shine, hide the eyelid mark, hide lens, that's not necessary, body. Ah! Oh, thank you for gifting another sub. You're very sweet. Unity is disaster. It is. Claws, sure, so hide goggles, hide mane, hide chest, hide ears. Clothing, fix... Jesus. Yep. The things that we have to do to get things to function. Shrink the arms, shrink the forearms, shrink spine, shrink hips. The things we do to get things working in Unity. Visines, MMZ... Okay, no. The answer is no. Don't save. I'm sad I won't be able to gift subs in a month. Oh, Hope, don't be such a sweetie. You're fine, bless you. Bless you. You've done so much. Don't worry about it. Are we meant to be looking at the schedule? Oh, thanks, Cole. Okay, there we go. Everything's fixed now. I quickly opened it in Blender. It does not have eyelash blend shapes, so I will probably draw on some eyelashes. Oh, the eyes are separate so that you can do heterochromia. That's nice. Weirdly enough, Blue's goggles do not have blue lenses. They actually have, like, pale... Well, they're pale lenses. I think I draw them pale. The goggles that Blue wears are based on a pair of goggles that I have in real life, and those goggles do not have clear lenses. They have tinted lenses, but I think I draw them clear for my own benefit. Clip Studio is still here as well. Yeah, it was just Unity that shat itself. Because it shat itself, it took the face tracker with it, because the face tracker also runs in Unity, if you didn't know. You've gifted over 500 subs, I think you're good. Yeah, what Core said? What Core said? You're fine, sweetie, you're fine. Bless you. I think Twitch realised the loophole and were like, wait. There we go, so that's Blue's blends. Oh, I'm guessing that's the eye shine. Back to body. Props. Ironically, the colours are very close, but I will colour pick from Clip Studio just so it's like, it's my colours. You know? Just barely any difference. There you go. Ever so slightly different colour. To be fair, the default colours were quite nice because they had a bluish tint to them. That's going to have a specular associated with it, so I don't think I'm going to mess with that. Or maybe I'm lying. Material. Yeah, I think that's got a specular associated with it. Normal map. Roughness. Metallic. Oh no, it doesn't. It really is just a flat colour, huh? That's just colour. That's very nice texture painting to be just a flat colour. Lower it like that, just because Blue has quite dark goggles. Again, they're based off a set of IRL goggles that I own right here. Twitch and Oi, that hope is so annoying, we need to avoid them. No! 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 I'm guessing that they've cumulatively noticed of like, hey, the currency conversion from Turkish lira means we're kind of making a loss, I imagine. Given how cheap they were for you, because I'm not too up on my currency conversion, and I only realised this when you brought it up, that you said they were cheaper for you. I was like, oh, they're probably only like, you know, a couple of pounds, you know, like a couple of quid cheaper. I didn't realise how much cheaper they are, because I looked up how much it was, and I was like, oh, that explains a few things. You weren't kidding. Right, do I want to keep the... I mean, I don't know if I am going to keep the collar on. Collar's not Blue's thing, generally. I might make it purple, just because I quite like purple as a colour. So that we've got a bit of a standout from too much blue. The writing is on the shading layer? Oh, sweetie. Why did you do that? Oh, why did you do that? That's not convenient. I took the collar off myself. Yeah, it's optional, because it's a toggle. Literally, it's an in-game toggle. I'll probably take it on and off as and when I feel like it. Necklace would be a better option to fill that space. Could probably make that pretty easy. Is this a commission? Yeah, no, as Core said, this is me making a texture for me on the new base that Core got for me. I'll take commissions for this. This is the first time I've opened this file and had a look at it. Because I wanna do a me on all of my bases. So I'm just doing a me at the moment. But yeah, that's I didn't realise that was a thing. They put the shading, the writing on the shading. Like, the shading is really good, but what if I want to write something different on it? Why did you put that on the same layer? Friday is payday. Oh no. I'm in danger. Oh, take a shot, everybody. I've had a message from a random stranger. Okay, let me... Thanks. A Discord message? No, it was on Twitch. You know, a great place to message people. Oh, it's a... This gets more baffling by the second. It's an image. Okay, this is a little bit confusing as to how and why they have made this way. That's a little confusing. Because I was about to be like, oh, okay, if I was going to duplicate the layer and erase the bit I didn't want. It's an image. So I can't, like, paint directly onto it. Can I make a mask? I can make a mask. Invert mask. Okay, I can paint on the mask. That's an interesting way of doing it. Flip. Oh, it just erases the whole thing. I can't erase the word. I just wanted to get rid of the word. Okay. That's a weird way to do it. Did you not think that people would want to put their own thing on the tag? That's weird. I'm sure if I have a look around the NOVABEAST Discord, they probably have their own things. In fact, I think there are free color textures that people have already put in. Yeah, there's literally free tag designs that they've already made. I'll probably look at that later then. Because I like the way it's been painted, like the sheen looks really nice. I just don't want the word NOVABEAST on it. I wonder. Be human after all. I have an idea. Let's open Clip Studio. Select, invert. That's not quite perfect, is it? Hang on. Select, shrink by like 5 pixels. That's close enough, right? At the scale that I'm dealing with, that's probably not going to make a difference. Select, invert. File, save duplicate, PNG, 4K wordless, circle. What are we playing this Friday? The Kingdom game. King of the Castle. King of the Castle. It's the one that you play in chat. Right, if I now go base colour. I wonder if I'm doing this correctly. I've never done this before. Okay, not quite there. Textures. Texture. Import to the project. That's now there. And then I can put you in here. Oh. Brush, turn up the hardness. Oh god, what's the key? What's the hotkey change size brush size? Substance painter change brush size. Hotkey. Control left click. No, that's the hardness, not the size. And I've accidentally rotated. Well, that's not helpful. Oh, here we go. Ooh, close. You're too big. You know what? I'll take that. Oh, another sand shrew. It's the second one we've had today. There we go. I put my logo on the tag. Oh god, there we go. Sky Wolf logo. Okay. Okay, how do I... Right, remove that. There we go. That's the props done. Where's the main? Oh, it's its own layer. Ah. That'd do it. That would do it. Right, this is nice and easy because they're all the same colour. Tail poof, tail base, and tail mane. Correct ways to label it. You. You. And you. Oh, I didn't even register this head was up here. Yeah, I'm probably going to get some shading put in because I look very flat, which is partly why I added in the gradient. I actually look cute with the collar though. Right, chest fluff. I'm going to colour pick to the pale blue, like that. So that is essentially the base colours done, and now this is where I'm going to come in and paint, actually like paint in my additional stuff. Yeah, I don't need these for blue. I said I was going to use this as the base. So let's have a look. So Blue's pale bit comes on, it starts on her lower jaw. It literally like comes to the corner of her mouth. So it's a gradient marking. I'm gesturing with my hand, you can't see it. The marking is a gradient, but the one place that you can see a hard line is between the top jaw and the lower jaw, because the top jaw doesn't have it and the lower jaw does have it. Time for my pen. And symmetry. Oop. Looks like we've got the let's go do it on here. But she does have a pale patch around her eye, just because that's how wolves are. And just erase all of that. Where do I want that to come to? Let's have a look at how it looks on there. I think that's a bit high for how I draw blue, so it's probably going to come down, because it comes from the corner of the mouth, so it's probably going to do that. And then I'm going to invert. This is a bit big. Yikes. Oh, it's on the inside. Don't want that. I might do like I did with the flugel and draw in an ever so slight like lip on the corner of the mouth. Ah, back facing. Yeah. Are you going to use this for Twitch? I could. I know how to, so I could. We could start having a repertoire of different avatars for Twitch. Just like I do with VR. I have to do some converting for it, but I know how to do that. If that's something that you'd like to see. Channel point button to switch, maybe. Oh yeah, I'd be down to make it a redeem to switch avatars. Okay, that's kind of getting there already. I just got to blur a lot of this because for blue it's a blurred effect. She doesn't tend to have this sharp edge. I will say, I don't have a lot of experience with Substance Painter, but the blur tool never quite achieves what I want it to. In before someone comes blue to make herself Garfield or some other meme. No! I have the right to reject commissions. It says so in my TOS. I'm not so much of a sellout that you can just commission me to do whatever. I have rules. I reserve the right to decline, cancel, and refund commissions. I am not a cheap whore. I'm an affordable slut. I can't say that with a straight face. Oh my god. Den, did I keep it? Wait. Did I keep it or did I delete it? Hang on. Is it still... Do I still have it? Look what I found last night going through my Google Drive. I sent this to Carlos and we were both laughing for like 15 minutes. Full name, Blue Sky. Nicknames or aliases, Blue Sky, Fluff, Feathers, Wolfie Dot, etc. Female, Skywolf, 19. Sexuality, straight. Straight. And spelt wrong. Uh-huh. Aw, bless you, Voz. I only just saw what you sent. Straight. So straight. Just the straight. Gosh damn. To use what Carl said to me. Straight as a river. Maybe I should put the demi flag on my tag instead. Instead of my logo. Maybe I should put the demi flag. Goddamn. Mm-hmm. God, you know what is also me, while also being fucking ace? Let me find it. I'm probably not going to be able to find it now. Ah, this is it.
And you date women. You're bi, right?
Yeah.
So you date guys.
Yeah.
And you date women.
I mean, kinda.
Kinda.
What do you mean kinda?
I don't know how to talk to them and I think they're really pretty.
I'm also ace as fuck. This isn't quite doing it because there's still... Hang on. Ah, that's better. That's better. I can get in there. I mean, kinda. They're real pretty and I don't know how to talk to them. Man, if there really is some kind of divine being up there, they have an amazing sense of humor, really, all things considered. If I fill all this in, it means it won't, like, blur. Here we gotta let the doggo out fair. Very fair. Doggo is important. But I mean, let's be real, right? Someone's just like, we're gonna make you bi so that you think everyone is really pretty. Oh, cool. We're also going to make it ace, so you're not interested in doing the do with any of them. Oh, that's confusing. Yep, have fun. Haha, haha, hilarious. Now, what happened there? Because that sure looks like there's a symmetry line on, but that sure ain't symmetrical, bruh. Not bad stats, high attack defense, and... What did I thought you were talking about me for a second! Ah, I'm very dumb. Okay, now we're gonna try to blur this. It's still not doing it perfectly. Is there still blue in there? Not really. I mean, there's a tiny bit there. I don't think you would have high attacks. That's just saying, oh no, I wouldn't. No, I would not. Strength is a dump stat. Special attack, maybe. Yeah! Thank you. Strength is a dump stat. This is more tricky than I thought it would be. There we go, that's a bit better.
Well. Let me get a look at the menagerie. You must be Amethyst. You must be Garnet. And Pink Diamonds. Pearl. Well, she took you with her. Isn't that just swell? But it can't be. But it can be. And it is. I've got a new style. And a few new toys that are gonna put an end to your happily ever after. Once and for all. Whoa.
Saying what Pokemon you would be is out, because everybody's done it a million times before. What are your stats? What are your stats?
I just love that part. Where Pink Diamond spends the rest of her days on this nowhere planet with a bunch of nobodies. That's right, I heard the story over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. That's right, I heard the story, don't really like how it ends.
I need to... I'll probably have to do it in Unity, so I'll probably have to do it off stream so that things don't fucking die again. But I was gonna be like, I said I would probably draw the eyelash in, but it just occurred to me because of the blink blend shape. I'm probably gonna need to see like how it moves. Because if I draw on the texture and the top eye moves down, the texture might end up disconnected, so I'm gonna have to have a play around with that. So I'd like a little bit of eyelash. Just a little bit.
I came from the garden alone. She told me that I was her own. She walked with me, talked with me, made me feel I was at home. But thousands of years they go by, just happy to stay and play nice. Allegiance to her I had sworn, but this time it had turned to a rose full of thorns. Who am I? Who am I? What are you even saying? I'm the loser of the game. You didn't know you were playing.
Okay, so body, and we'll put it under details, and then we'll do just a new layer. And we'll make it this colour. And we'll put a black mask. And we're just going to come in lip. Just call it that because I don't know what else to refer to it as. Yeah, it's going to need to be tangent wrap, I think.
Will you decide to stay when the accents fade away? 'Cause you're a busy boy and I'm not too sure if I can fit in your schedule.
From the other side of town, where the world is upside down.
It doesn't matter much to me, 'cause everything you are
Is all I wanna be. If I took a plane, would you remember me?
I'm in love with the fox boy on the internet. Sounds weird, but it's true. No, I won't give up. No, I won't give up on you. I'm in love with the fox boy on the internet. Sounds weird, but it's you.
Now I don't even know your name. I like how I chose the hard brush and it's not got a hard edge on it. There we go.
You're looking happier in every selfie with your friend. You're such a busy boy, but I am sure I can give you what he gives you. So if you've had a bad day, I'm only a telegram message away. Oh yeah, baby, you matter much to me. 'Cause everything you are is all I wanna be. If I took a plane, would you remember me?
I'm in love with a fox boy on the internet. Sounds weird, but it's true.
No, I won't give up. No, I won't give up on you. I'm in love with the fox boy on the internet. Sounds weird, but it's you. And I don't even know your name.
Can I, like, go to the... probably like UV. Yeah, actually UV, because that edge is, like, the clean edge that I need, pretty much. Where's the... Yeah, it's not very visible except for the corner. I already know from doing it on the Flugel Dragon that, like, going across the mandibles with that line doesn't look the greatest in my opinion. Hello, darling. Are you off to sleep now? Aw, love you. You going to, like, sleep? I'll give you a proper hug then. Spook's off to bed for reals. He's not having a nap, he's going to sleep.
See you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. Sleep well, love. Wee. Good night. Squeeze food noises. Yes, I was being squizzed. I was very much being squizzed. Ah. Dinner for one tonight. Probably gonna leave that there because, like, it's not like anyone's gonna be close enough to see that detail. Thank you for the reminder to save. I got an Alolan Executor from the Discord Daily. Nice! It's quite rare to get an actual Pokemon from it. Here we go. It just adds like a little bit of almost like a smile. Yeah, we'll go with that. Look at that face! Look at that face! Oh, someone's playing Power World. Look at this face! Oh god. They're just happy to see you. Ignore the teeth. Teeth, 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 teeth. If that isn't the entire vibe, I don't know what is. Oh god, I've gotten lost in this. I've gotten lost in the sauce. There we go. If that isn't the entire vibe, she'd just be like, ah, and then you open the mouth and it's just teeth. It's like, oh. Oh. Probably Densha likes those monster capture games a bit too much. Why do you two just blame each other for everything? Right. Honestly, because Spook is going to bed and I only have to catch dinner for me, I will probably go a bit longer today than I would normally. So I'm going to go to the bathroom because I need to pee. And I want to keep going on this. Because I looked at the clock and I'm like, finishing in 20 minutes? Nah, I'm not going to finish in 20 minutes. So I'm going to have to bail for today. Oh, that's fine, Hope. Thanks for coming by. We love having you around as always. I hope you have a good day. Might see you later, maybe, for Dino Time. Because we haven't got D&D tonight. We can have Dino Time tonight. Bye-bye, Hope! Everyone say goodbye. Bye! Right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I am not leaving. So, the rest of you better stay. I'll be right back. I clicked on the wrong scene. Hi! I'm back. Been to the bathroom and refilled water. We're going to keep going for a bit. Because I want to.
A river runs north, through a mountain pass, through the treetop dreams in the violet sky. Reality repairs my illusion as I drift away into the night.
False alarm, she has returned. Yes, I'm still here. Do not panic.
As eternal darkness leaves me blind. When if I
Had one chance to make it all better,
I will grab it
and never let go. Okay, that's done. We're gonna rename this layer Light. And all the birds and the foxes sang. To make it all better, grab it and never let go.
And if I had one chance to make us all better, I will grab it and never let go. Never let go.
Alright, I'm gonna try and blur all of this then. I don't know why the community games emote isn't working. Let's turn this off. There we go. Where's that in it? ear fluff? Is that just... Oh, it's right here. Ear fluff. Blur. See what I mean about how this sometimes has a bit to be desired? Like, that was a straight line, and it somehow ended up with, like, a bit here. Of, like, how did you do that? How did you do that? That's not what I wanted you to do. Like, can you see that? How I've, like, blurred it, and using this blur tool, I've somehow ended up with, like, a line of white here. Like, that's not what I asked for you to do at all. Very odd. I wonder if it's just because I'm not using the brush correctly. Like, I'm not going crazy. Look at that. I mean, it literally looks like it's just swapping them. Is this just me? Hang on. Substance painted blur. Blur tool.
Now it's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price. I'm afraid I had to.
I feel like a way to improve the default one, because I'm not very happy with the way the default one is working.
Guess I've had an odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been a saint to those poor unfortunate souls. Well, none of them like a lot of rubber. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. There's some land that's much better than ladies, not to say a word. After all, my dear, what's idle prattle for? Come on, there, not all that impressive conversation. True gentlemen avoid it when they can. They don't instantly fall on a lady who's withdrawn. It's she who holds her tongue, who
Pass through blending mode. What is that? What is that? Smart way to use the smudge tool is to create a painting layer and set all the all the channels of the layer to pass through. Oh, this isn't a painting layer, it's a fill layer. Can I add paint? Add paint. And then, blending options. Still don't think that's doing quite what I want. In fact, I'm not sure that actually did anything. No, I don't think it did. Hmm. Frankly, that's not bad. Just doing it via a filter. You know what? That's done a pretty decent job just from itself. That's not bad. Ooh, it's a bit jank here though. How do we look on the open mouth? Oh, it looks okay. Okay. Can I, like, apply that? Or can I, like, go over this to try and get rid of this seam? Oh, we've got a bit coming up from the lip, which I already said I didn't want. Ah. What if I turned that off? Okay, and then we need to come up in here and remove this in here. Where is the mouth? There it is. Okay, let's just remove this from in here. Let's go to brush mode. UV. Oops. Just get that turned off, basically, so that there's no white there. So that we end up with a sharper edge. So we've got a bit of a... Yeah, it's not letting me adjust that where the seam is. But I can probably still work with that. Hello, Cookie. How's it going? Ah! Ooh, yeah, the filter doesn't work well on seams. Can I, like, apply that? Because that's, like, a nice place to start. Apply blending mode. Apply blending mode to all channels? No? Okay. Blur. Oh, blur wrap. True. That did not do anything. Okay, attributes. Nothing. Okay. Head scratch. I am low on energy. Oof. You finished work for today? You able to chill? Now I gotta look this. Substance Painter, blur. Substance Painter. Apply filter. Is that a thing I can do? Cool, that doesn't tell me anything of that. It's the documentation, it's just how you actually, like, you know, get it, add a filter, and go to the option add filter. But how do I get it to, like, how do I get it to, like, take effect? I want it to, like, you know, like you would do in a drawing program, you know? If you did something on a different layer, you could, like, apply it so that it, like, sticks. I want to do that. I want to, like, make it stick, and then I can go in and, like, manually blur this edge because it's got a bit of a weird edge. I mean, should I go in and, like, try to erase it? That's not really doing it. Oh, is it, like, blurring it because of this? Of, like, it's here on the texture? I bet it is. Hmm. I'm a Navali, but I lack the energy to type. That is fair. To hype, sorry. That's fine. We can chill. Yes, I have a new avatar base, and so we have to do the new avatar base rite of passage, which is to make blue on it. But I'm, still getting used to using Substance Painter. I'm really I guess there just isn't an option to do that. Because, like, there's nothing here. I got cut, copy, duplicate, and remove, and I'm like, well, I want it to, like, you know, apply, and I just don't have an option for that. Which is weird. Hmm. Time for Google. I did Google it. The problem is that everything is, like, replacing the word apply with add, and I'm like, I don't want to add a filter. I want to, like, make it permanent. Substance Painter. Filter permanent? Yeah, this is just going through, like, all the different types of filter. Like, I get that there's a bunch of different types, but how do I make them permanent? Is that just a thing I can't do? But see, this is just different filters. Is making them permanent just a thing I can't do? Very pretty. add a filter. I get that. That's easy. And then you click what filter you want. I clicked on the blur. And then it adds it in. Can you not apply that? Does it just stay like that? I think it does just stay like that, which is annoying because that does do what I want. It's blurred it really nicely for me, a lot better than the blur tool does, but I've got these seams that I can't get rid of. That's annoying. Yeah, no mention of, like, applying that permanently. Finishing filter. Hang on. Finishing a filter? Finish a filter. I swear to God, if this is just his height, it is, isn't it? It's just I don't want to know how to add a filter. I'm guessing I can't fucking do it. That's irritating. That feels like a really basic art program thing of, hey, here's how you merge your layers. You know? That feels like a very basic tool. I'm surprised this program doesn't allow me to do that. When they do, I'll be right behind you. Yeah, this isn't what I need. Is there no seam stitching tool? It's not a tool because you just paint over the seams. You just paint over it normally. But because this is like a filter, like there's a bit there, and I can just go in and like paint it. And get rid of it. I don't know why there's a seam there because there's no color there for it to blur. Can I mask the filter itself? I don't know what an anchor point is. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like the program itself ignores seams. Like you can paint over seams. So it's weird that the filter doesn't. Is the problem that's happening is that the filter isn't ignoring these seams, which is irritating. I don't know why it works that way. Which means even though that gives the effect I want, I guess I can't use it because it's making these awful seams, which is annoying. because, like, that looks great on the body and all down here. Like, that's kind of just how I want it. Like, that's nice and easy. One click, boom, it's done the blurring that I want. But I've got this, and that's crap. Which is why I'm like, can I not just, like, apply that and then erase it? But apparently I can't. Because there's no option to, like, apply it. It just stays like this. I've got apply opacity, apply both to all channels, but clicking that does nothing. Can I just, like, drag you onto there? Can't do that either. It's annoying to find, like, a way that, like, makes it look really nice, but is imperfect. So I have to just not use it. Because look at the blur, what the blur tool does. The blur tool itself doesn't work very well, in my opinion. Ooh, God, no. No, I don't want it to be directional. Yeah, if I don't have it too high, it doesn't go to the seam here, but then we still have this kind of happening, so I can kind of get around it by having it really low, but I still have this problem. Is there a way to, like, blending options to, like, just collapse it? I don't think there is. I think the program just straight up can't do what I want it to. It's weird that there's a thing here called blur wrap, because to me that says that, you know, it would wrap around the model, but that also doesn't appear to do anything. I'm just confused. I suppose it's a funny thing to get annoyed over, of like, it doesn't work the way I want it to, and it's like, it's technically not the program's fault. It's just having used other art programs where you can, you know, merge effects. It feels slightly frustrating to be in an art program where I apparently can't merge effects. I look at a couple of vids using such as fix. Seems one of the 3D modeling might help. I don't know though. What? Well, that's not correct. Hmm. Why is there a... It's interesting that on the documentation, there's Blur and Blur HQ. And I'm like, I don't see a Blur HQ in my options. And this is up to date, before you ask. Bevel, Blur, Blur Directional, Blur Slope. I don't see a Blur High Quality. And attributes literally just has, it was made by Adobe. Well, it fucking sucks, Adobe. Fix scenes, yeah. Okay, substance fix scene blur filter? Question mark? Oh Jesus, this program's just like Photoshop, which is it's very complicated and can do some very powerful stuff, but my god, is it a lot. Let me duplicate this layer. It's not that noticeable when it's here, but like, I know it's there, and it's noticeable there. That's a very clear edge. Duplicate layer. Guess I'll do it by hand. Position jitter. Can we not have any jitter on? Is that what's annoying me? Is it the jitter that's annoying me? Look, can you see what's annoying me with this? Again, it doesn't look like it's blurred it. It looks like it's taken the light bit here and moved it to here, and taken the dark bit here and moved it to here. And I'm like, that's not blurred. I can see very clear lines. That's not blurred. Why does it work that way? It's smudging, not blur. Yeah. Maybe I need to use a different brush? No, that's not doing it.
On the horizon of this forest path, you see a group of dark, cloaked figures slowly trudging towards you. What do you do?
My half-orc barbarian braces her great hammer, and that's a one. Critical fail.
Steve, what do you do? Well, I believe in anticipation, my rogue would try and hide behind a tree. Okay, I rolled a 1. That's another critical fail. Tom, what does your human bard do? Active perception check. It's a natural 20. Fucking go.
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. These motherfuckers mean to harm us.
And they got to go, so come on, get it now. Does cursor or stroke matter in terms of how it blurs and smudges? I think it does. Yeah, look. Yeah, this is a smudge, not a blur. Even though this brush here literally says blur. That's not a blur brush, is it? Yeah. You can see how it's dragging it. I would literally do better to just, like, erase this with the soft brush.
You perceive the figure was so short because it was a child. There's always a kid, specifically the child you've been looking for the last 15 days game time and 5 days of our actual lives. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'll be better. His body's just lying there, right? Right?
Yes. Don't.
This is literally achieving a better result than trying to blur it. Jesus, I must have spent half an hour stressing over that. This is the main reason I switched to teaching instead of game art and design. Yeah, don't let anybody tell you it's an easy profession. Any advice on how to get into games? Don't. Don't. Maybe. Don't. But, you know, there's a reason that people pay you to do this instead of doing it themselves.
The city awakes to the bells of Notre Dame. The fisherman fishes.
I've ended up erasing part of the eyes there. Oops. I didn't want to click on that layer, I just wanted to hide it. I got the eyes just how I wanted him, and then I messed him up. Messed up my eyes, and now they don't look as good. I think this one I do have to, like, smudge to the best of my ability.
To purge the world of vice and sin. And he saw corruption everywhere, except within. Gypsy runners to the paths of justice. You there! What are you hiding? Stolen goods, no doubt. Taking them from her. She ran.
That's sort of working. Instead of going backwards and forwards like that, sort of going along the seam is kind of doing it. The Great Eye Opener was a simple project to create a simple board game, write the rules, and watch as people interpret rules way unintended. That time gave me total mad respect for artists hardcore. Yeah, no, I get that. It's kind of like how we were playing the game yesterday, and I was like, you need to make an indicator that this is breakable. And they were like, it has particles come off of it, and I'm like, well, clearly it's not enough, because I didn't know it was breakable. That's why you have QA testers.
For one time in his life,
This is the one. Here we go.
Get some jello in the peanut butter. Get a butter knife. Put the butter knife in the peanut butter. Take the butter knife out of the peanut butter.
You did it wrong. No.
Get 2 pieces of bread. Get some peanut butter. Get some jello in the peanut butter. Get a butter knife. Put the butter knife in the peanut butter. Take the butter knife out of the peanut butter.
You did it wrong. No.
That's what it's like!
Get 2 pieces of bread. Get some peanut butter. Get some jello in the peanut butter. Get a butter knife. Put the butter knife in the peanut butter.
That's what it's like. As a game dev, you think, oh, well, obviously they're gonna do it like that, and the QA people slap them and go, never say obviously. People will be dumb. And QA people are paid to test things. You have to idiot-proof stuff. This video, I send this to my dad as well, and I've sent it to Spook as well, because both of them have been, like, dabbling in making games, and I'm like,
Get 2 pieces
everybody
of bread.
should see this video.
Get some jello in the peanut butter. Get a butter knife. Put the butter knife in the peanut butter. Take the butter knife out of the peanut butter.
You did it wrong. No.
See, he's like, I'm just following the instructions.
Get 2 pieces of bread. Get some.
I'm just following the instructions. That's what it's like. I feel like anybody who is starting a game development course should be shown that video on day one. Like, regardless of what position they hope to achieve in the future. Regardless of what position they want, that people should be shown that video. Be like, be prepared for this in your future. I'm on the smudge tool. You can see this line that's appearing. I might just... You know, I think I'm gonna use this sort of, like, smudging, because it is smudging the edge, and then go back and erase it. Like, you see how I've ended up with this perfect ring? Like, why does this tool do that? Why has it been made that way? Weird. Yeah, look, you can see how it's made this ring. When it's supposed to be, what it's labeled as a blur tool. I'm getting to, the reason I'm getting, I'm like obsessing over this too much, because once I change this colour from white to pale blue, you will not see it. It's for future projects that I'm getting slightly annoyed about it, of like, oh, if I have to blur stuff in the future and this is how it behaves, it's just... I'll have to, like, try to remember to mention it next time I'm hanging out with some of my friends who also do, like, avatar retextures, and just be like, hey, do you have this problem and how do you deal with it? It's almost like its selection is wrapping around to the other side. In a way, yeah. Weirdly. Like, the brush is set to tangent wrap, but that should... If anything, that should help with getting the seams, but maybe I shouldn't have it set to that while smudging. Hello, Nemo. Brush. Space object tangent wrap. Is it to do with the... Yeah. What if we UV? Is it to do with it... no, that's still really messed up. That's still not great. Planar? Also not good. Camera? Worse. Backface culling is on. Nope, that's awful. Let's just go back to doing it this way. Hello, friend Thulu. Your nicknames are magical. It's an accurate description. This is far from perfect. Not that it would come up because it's got the fluff on it, but I would have that go underneath. Cthulhu Hoop. Oh my god. That's a good one. Cthulhu Hoop. That is not achieving. Why is this awful? Why did they not make a blurb? It's Adobe, they have Photoshop. You can literally see how it, like, grabs the white and moves it up to the top of, like, no, not what I'm trying to achieve in the slightest. I'm getting angry at this program and I spent a lot of money on it. You guys spent a lot of money on it. It's just money, I know. Anyway. Now for the moment that I actually told you all about, which is where I actually said it's the correct colour because it's not supposed to be white, and I'm stressing over nothing because the gradient is so subtle on blue that you won't even notice. Which is that. There we go. There she is. That's what she's supposed to be like. Teeth, yes, right there. Nice and separate for everyone to see. Alright, this is another bit of subtlety on blue, that she has subtle dark bits as well. I wonder if I apply, like... What if I start with the filter? And I sort of, like, work with it from the start. I wonder how that will look. Oh, it lags to high heaven when I draw with it. I can only see blue from the back, so it's not very obvious that she has this. And it will get covered by the mane. Oh, the lag! It does not like me drawing with that effect in place. It's interesting that there's no, like, neck scene issues happening with it now. Oh, because the neck seam is, like, at the front, not at the back, so there's no seam here, that's why it looks fine. I don't have an actual, like, rule for how far this goes. You literally can't see it. I didn't know you had dentures. I have a retainer that I wear every night. Ah! Oh, thanks for gifting Nemo a sub. That's very kind of you. Very sweet. Thank you, darling. Thank you very much. I'm going to add in... This is where we're starting to tweak the model to more how I use it. Oh god, because I grind my teeth. Clearly I grind mine, because even the retainer that I've got is probably about 15 years old. and it's showing its age, but I, one, don't know if I should stop wearing it, and two, don't have the money to buy a replacement. 4 more to reach 500. Oh my god. What? Oop. Oh yeah, Pokemon Raid Hour that I never do anymore. Because I don't have any raid passes. Because I'm all out of money in the game. Mask. Black mask. Oh, no, wait, that's part of ears, not part of fluff. So I will be doing that to all of these. And then blurring the heck out of them. So that I look a bit more, you know, fleshed out, not so flat. Look at her. She's looking cute though. She do be looking cute though. Let's do like the front ones so that I can more sort of see the effect, how it might look. Oops, I turned off the symmetry. Wow, put you back on. There we go. That's so good, very cute. Thank you! Blue's texture is very simple. If you need a video editor for clip highlights, I can volunteer. Oh, that's very sweet of you. You don't have to do that. I'll mostly be doing it myself. You're so sweet. Let's switch them. There we go. I can actually see them now. I was like, all of these strands are blurring together. Crystal! Hi, sweetie! And Hope, thanks for gifting a sub to Crystal! Hello, darling! How are you doing today? The noise scared me. Do you know a good place to find art for references? I need to find a pose for 3 close friends. Promise I'm having trouble because of the last 3 of the lasses. One is a fair bit taller. Let me open my art reference folder. Art stuff. I had something just the other day. We've got bodies in motion. I don't know how elaborate you need to be. I need to be careful scrolling down because there's obviously things in here, but we've got bodies in motion. I'm good, how about you? I'm doing well! I'm battling with Substance Painter. I'm very new to this program. So there's bodies in motion for dramatic poses. What's the other one that I might have bookmarked? Art things. Line of action, was it? Line of action is a figure study thing. I probably shouldn't show that on the stream because there might be bobs. Yeah. And Pose Archive is another one. There's some cool, like, things. Pose Archive as well. And Frog probably also has another one. There is another one I'm forgetting. But yes. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm currently battling with Substance Painter. It's Nova! Someone's got a NOVABEAST, doo-da, doo-da. That someone might be me, oh doo-da-day. I love Bobs. We'll give it a try. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just getting some, like, shadows put in these hair bits because they're all just, like, one colour. Don't swing it like you used to, man. Oh, God. Substance Painter. That model's turned out really good, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, the NOVABEAST is fantastic. Don't assume that I made it, if that's what you're saying, because I didn't. No, it's a Gumroad model that's, let me open it up. It was made by Kitomatic. Gumroad, Library, NOVABEAST. This is NOVABEAST by Kitomatic. It's very cute. And I finally got one, so I'm texturing it. Very cute. Ba-ba-ba. Bit tricky because we have one at 155, one at 655, and then one at 190, so it's a fairly big jump. Oh my god, the blep. Yes, you love the blep. I mean, posing, the pose itself, shouldn't be too hard with regard to, like, the height, because, you know, if you, like, God, I'm terrible at explaining things. Organize the thoughts in your head, Blue. if you find the reference pictures that you like, you can take them and you could stitch them together in like Photoshop or something to demonstrate to the artist that you're commissioning how there is a size difference. So if I were to quickly grab a new canvas, and we were to just grab this picture, if these are the poses that you're after, so let's like get rid of this one. Thanks, clip. Why are you not selecting it? Why are you not? Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. Ignore me. My brain is frazzled from dealing with substance all day. Delete you. These are our two poses. You can literally grab this and be like, there's our two people. And send that as an example. More in terms of composition. Well, again, similar sort of thing. Similar sort of thing. It's a similar sort of thing of like, if this person is... It's how perspective is done as well. Is like, is this person is the same size as this person, then we're gonna think like that torso is like the same size as that torso. But if they're like further back, then perspective will also like put them smaller. You know, it's worth talking with the artist about and working it out. I'm giving an example of it badly. Yeah. Don't save. I'm bad at explaining things because I'm a visual person. I'm the same, I suck at explaining. Words are hard. Words are hard, okay? Can you see why I didn't do the questionnaire, Pirate? Can you see why I didn't do the questionnaire? Someone hands me a piece of paper and says, tell me about yourself, and I just combust internally. Just like, no. Don't make me write things about myself. You know what it is, but your mouth makes it hard to say. Yeah. Like, I sometimes, like, you probably noticed, I just did it just then. I speak sometimes with a bit of a stutter, and it's literally just the words cannot come through my brain and my mouth fast enough. So I talk over myself. It is what happens. And I get self-conscious about it. That's the third Sandshrew we've had today. There are over 1,000 Pokemon, and we've had the Sandshrew appear 3 times. Just blocking these colours in. I just want to get them, like, blocked in. Brain no do the words good. No. Did I not say earlier today that the only reason I passed my course is because I was able to dictate my final report to Spook? I couldn't write it well, and he came and visited and was like, you stand and spew words, and I will write them down, and then we can go over it together afterwards. And I was like, thank you. Patience of a saint. Words is hard. Words is doubly hard when you're battling autocorrect as well. Right, what if I did this now? So. There we go. That's looking alright, isn't it? Magic. My dyslexia struggles with that so hard. I had no idea you had dyslexia. So you're doing amazing, sweetie. Look at her! She's all about the gradient. I would want this blurred more. Like, the fact that it's working nicely on the... Thought has interrupted speech. Hold on. It doesn't matter if there's a seam at the neck because the fluff is covering it. Hang on. Duplicate layer. That was the sound of my dad logging off of Steam. Were we supposed to waste away? Why does that now not appear to be doing anything? Or is that just me? Nope. It's because it's on the wrong... There we go, it needs to be on the mask. I'm still learning, I'm getting there. Let me cook! There we go. See, this is more of the gradient that blue has. No hard lines on blue. But then this is here at the neck, but it's covered up, pretty much. So I could get away with that. She looks good. Autocorrect makes the words not the words I want, so the words make the words hard. Way to be confusing, Core. I think I get what you mean. Could be someone at my local pub. I'm gonna pick the most word-filled army, and he has immense dyslexia, and hey, it's part of you, you're a wonderful person, keep rocking on, King. Yeah, we love it. Oratrice mécanique généraliste cardinal. We cooking. We cooking. Let her cook. Let me cook. Right, I'm gonna do those ear fluffs because I feel like we need some shading at the base of these ears. Let her cook. I'm cooking, okay? I'm cooking. I do need to actually go cook at some point. For third stream. tonight. Fill. No, not to the layer. Wait. Ooh, let's duplicate it. That would be a good way. Duplicate layer. Change the color to blue's shadow color. Me holding the entire chat at gunpoint going then. Do I need a gun emote? Do we need a gun emote to go with teeth? I am a very kind and normal person. I am a very kind and normal person. You should definitely come hang out. Ignore my teeth. Look how friendly this looks! This is a weird bit. Abandon the bit. This is a weird bit. Where's my colour palette gone? Over here. Dark bit, there we go. Let me click on the mask. Bit extreme. There's 5 ear floofs here. I only see 2. Oh, is it like these here? Oh, there they are! Damn, I cannot see them in flat mode. This is why I'm adding in shading, because you just can't see things. So you can actually see all of the fur tufts now because of the shading we added in. I must request a hold the chat at gunpoint emote. Would Twitch even let you have a gun emote? Loads of people have gun emotes. I've seen a few people with gun emotes. I can't immediately find an example, but I'm sure people have them. Oh yeah. Bunga Bunga tarnished. Somebody help me come and dig up a grave. Give me a man after midnight, lighting up the darkness with electricity. A very normal song. Can I like get this in here? It's a bit hard because it's in between. Nah. Scroll reel ASMR. I don't know why my scroll reel is so picky. Gimme, gimme, gimme a man after midnight. Won't somebody help me come and dig up a grave? Chat, would you help me dig up a grave if I asked you? Asking for a friend. That's a little extreme. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was my elbow. Oh, I'm afraid to move. Oh, I'm afraid to move. Oh, Jesus, I'm afraid to put my arm down. Whoa. Yikes. My body is falling apart. You know I have shovels and 0 cards. Okay. I love that emote from Jesse, not gonna lie. That didn't sound fun. It was not. You don't need to tell me to stretch, that's what I just did. I think you're part glow stick. I don't know, if you snapped me in half, maybe I would glow in the dark, you don't know. I might put slight shading on the chest fluff as well. Oh, I need to do this fluff and I need to do this fluff as well. Like, there is already shading on it, as you can kind of see, but like not as much as this one. And I think I'm gonna move this down here so that the gradient comes a bit further down. Yeah. This is gonna lag to high heaven. It's so funny how the Substance camera works in 3D space, because it's almost like the camera is a physical thing, and if you like scroll out you can bump into something that's behind you. There we go, that's a little bit more like how I want it with the hair there. Just bring this up slightly. I don't mind. No wonder the Bracken from Lethal Company chases us down. They want to snap you. I'll be real. The Bracken has not once tried to kill me when we have played. Cromwell grabbing Dell and dragging her alley off screen. A crack his hood and the glow emanates. What the fuck? That's why it's a self-defense mechanism to scare off predators. It's a self-defense mechanism to scare off predators. why we like this. Spin. Spin. I'm not gonna lie, I look cute as heck. I am gonna do the eyes differently though, I think. Okay. Oh, this is not gonna be a quick job. This is not gonna be a quick job. The colours are pretty much right there with what Blue's eye colour is actually. That's pretty spot on to Blue's eye colour. Yeah, there was like no change. There was like no change in that. What if I'm gonna duplicate the entire eye, so I can go back if I don't like it. Which one is the right one? It's this one, okay. Ba-ba-ba. Oh. Oh. How has this been done? Why can I not move this? You're not crashing, are you, Substance Painter? If Substance Painter crashed, I would just deadass end the stream. That is fascinating that that does not appear to be doing anything. Oh, it's because that's there. I see. So what I want to be modifying is this. Nope. How is this working? What is this square? I've never done this before. Rumble wouldn't need to drag down an alley shoot either. You could even break her in broad daylight or have somebody bring it to. Yes, that is how that works. Thanks, Core. We know, but hey! I swear that I can't seem to affect this mask in any way. I don't know what's being done here. I've never done this before. What is happening with this layer? Why are you the way you are? So the layer itself isn't a fill layer, but it has a fill effect on it. I'm gonna make a new layer. I'm gonna make a new layer. I don't know. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna make a new layer. Grab you. And shoopty. And then we're gonna go on the fill, and we're just gonna do how I like to do my eyes, which is with just a bit of a light bit around the pupil. Uh-oh, John. Why are you doing it like that? Yeah, that's about it. That's pretty much how I do Blue's Eye. See you guys. Bye, Des. I'm sure I'll see you later. Have a good evening if not. Oop. Oh, the outline is above. No, it's under. Sorry, it's not above. It's under. Ooh, it lags so much when I try to draw with that blur effect on. Thank you for the save reminder. Just decrease this a little bit, because once the filter is in effect, it's a bit much. Because the dark blue is Blue's eye color. This is like highlighting. There we go. That's a bit more how I visualize it. Yeah. And now I have to do the same to the other eye. Okay, I really didn't need to copy that, because that was just a new layer at the end of it. New fill layer with this colour. I'm gonna finish this eye. Why is my face tracking gone? Hello? How long has my face tracking not been working? Cool. Bear with. Just now. Okay. That's weird. VC face. Why? There we go. That's twice that's broken today. Considering that it's never broken ever before in the entire 2 years I've been streaming. Ooh, I don't know how I've turned that shadow off, but okay. Can I copy? Okay, what if I set you to 7.85? 7.85. And then we go up to here and set you to 7.85. That's on the wrong layer. 7.85. Right, what's this? It is just you. Okay. How did I... How did I change that on this? Oh, I moved it somehow. Oof. Oh, it's because it's got the blur effect. That's why it's lagged so hard. I mean, I think I'll keep it because it adds to the effect that the eye has a little bit of shading on it. But I think I need to change the layer order. You know what? No. I've changed my mind. I changed my mind. Oh, see, when you have filters on, oh, is it slow to make changes? Too far. Also, this isn't quite the correct colour, because I didn't colour pick that one. And it's a very subtle change, but it is a change. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think I need to leave there because we are having another stream at 8 o'clock tonight in an hour and a half, so I should go eat and sit down. Well, not sit down because I've been sat down here, but like, be not at the computer for a little bit. So yeah, I will see you in an hour and a half for Dino Time. It's a dinosaur day. We're not having D&D, it's a dinosaur time. So yeah, so that should be very fun. So we're not going to raid because I will be back. So, you know, keep the window open if you feel so inclined, but if not, then enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is you get up with. I'm really happy with how this looks. Like, it's close to being done, but like I gotta put shading on here and stuff. I don't know when we'll be back doing this. I might do it in my own time, whenever that happens. Because I have had someone message me about a commission, so we might be doing that on Friday instead of this. But I need to talk to them about it, so tune in on Friday to find out what we're doing. If I don't see you for the remainder of today, have a good day, and I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll briefly press this button. I'll briefly see you tomorrow, where we're going to be doing our little craft stream in the morning, carrying on with the rug, and then we're going to be playing Final Fantasy in the afternoon, which is always very exciting, because Final Fantasy is awesome. But yeah, I'll see you in an hour and a half-ish, because D&D has been cancelled. Thanks, everybody! Thanks so much for coming, everyone. I'll see you in a bit. Bye!